Hi everybody, welcome to Right to the Top. I'm Adam. In today's video, we're going to work a little bit on vocabulary. We're going to look at our vocabulary builder, and we're going to focus especially on phrasal verbs. Now, a lot of people think incorrectly that you should not use phrasal verbs in your essay, in your formal writing. Not only can you use phrasal verbs in your writing, you should use phrasal verbs in your writing. The graders are actually looking for it. Phrasal verbs, idioms, this is all part of the English language. Use it. Now, the thing you have to be careful about is to know the difference between the formal use of a phrasal verb and the slang or informal use of one. So today we're going to look at 5 examples of phrasal verbs that could be formal or slang. So take a minute, pause your video, look at these 5 phrasal verbs, think about what they mean, what you know them to mean. Remember that phrasal verbs generally have more than one meaning or one usage. And then when you're ready, I'll come back and I'll show you both sides of this, which one you can use and which one you shouldn't use. Okay? So now that you're back, let's start with bring on or bring it on. So to bring on means to cause something to happen. Okay? So many people who blame others for their obesity should not claim victimhood, because in many cases they bring it on themselves by eating too much fast food. It, in this case, bring it on, meaning it is obesity. So if you bring obesity on yourself, means you caused it to happen by yourself. Nobody else or nothing else is responsible for it. Now, the slang meaning of bring it on is when somebody is challenging you to a fight or an argument or whatever, and you want to express confidence. So you say, okay, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on means bring me the fight. I'm not afraid of you. That's the slang use. Don't use that in your writing. Bring on as cause something to happen. Definitely use that in your writing. Let's look at the next one, get around. To get around means to circumvent. To circumvent means to basically get around. If you have an obstacle, instead of going at it and failing, you will find a way to go around it. Okay, and then continue on to your path. So you will just try to avoid it altogether. Most large corporations know how to get around paying taxes by finding loopholes. So they don't pay their taxes in full. They know how to get around this law, and loopholes are little openings in the law that make it legal to avoid something, right? So this get around, formal, absolutely okay to use everyday language. The slang meaning of get around, if you're talking about a person who gets around a lot, is a person who has many sexual partners. A person who is a little bit promiscuous is another word for it. Slang, don't use that in your writing. Get around, to circumvent, absolutely use that in your writing. Hang on. So when we talk about hang or hang on to, means to survive or to keep. During a layoff, when a company is like letting people go, or they're losing their jobs, those who manage to hang on to their positions, those who manage to keep their positions, or those who manage to survive in the company are generally considered indispensable. Indispensable means you can't do without. The more slang, casual use, okay, hang on, wait, hang on a second. Okay, that don't use in your writing. This, survive, keep, hang on, use in your writing. Take off. Again, I think everybody knows take off, like an airplane takes off. That's fine. You can use that in your writing. Increase sharply. Sales took off. Use that in your writing. To take time off means not to come to work. You can use that in your writing. The company's fortunes really took off once they launched their new line of products. So their fortunes, their money, took off, went up really fast. Take off, slang means take off, leave. Oh, it's late, I'm going to take off. Take off, leave. Or if you're angry at someone and you want them to leave, you say take off, leave, in an angry manner. Slang, don't use it in that meaning of the word leave in your writing. If you're talking about a plane, sure, a plane takes off, it leaves. Otherwise, don't use it as a leave in a casual way. Sorry, just a quick side note. For those of you taking the IELTS general test and you have an informal letter, you can use all of these phrasal verbs in their slang meaning, only in the informal letter. For all other writing, don't use any of the slang meanings. Check out. So again, all of you know in a hotel, when you're leaving the hotel, you check out, you unregister. Or to be proven true, if something checks out, it means that somebody said something, it checks out, it means that it was true. We have evidence that it was true. If climate change theory ultimately checks out, then humanity is in for a difficult time. So if climate change theory is proven to be correct, we're all in trouble. To check out in a more slang way, so if you check out, you can lose attention. So if you go daydreaming, means you checked out, you're not paying attention anymore. It could also mean to die. If somebody checked out, it means he died. It's like pass away. Because pass away is okay to use in writing. Check out, to slang, don't use it in your writing. And that's basically it. Two sides to every coin. Make sure you know the formal side, make sure you know the slang side, avoid the slang in the writing, use the formal in your writing. If you have any questions about this, please go to YouTube and ask me there. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video. And for Right to Top members, don't forget you have extra samples and exercises in your members area. And if you want to become a member, please follow the link in the description box. See you next week with some more practical stuff. Bye-bye.